Solano County. I'm currently in my 34th year in the office and my 18th year as district attorney. I'm not running for re-election, but I'm very happy to be endorsing John. As I indicated earlier in a press conference we just concluded here, I haven't very often endorsed candidates for Attorney General, and one of the reasons for that is we haven't had Attorney General candidates who are practicing lawyers, who really have the ability, if push came to shove, to step into a courtroom and do the job themselves. This year is a unique opportunity to accomplish just that. And since the Attorney General's office primary mission is appellate work as far as criminal law goes, I'm particularly impressed with John's credentials. John and I have known each other for a long time. We worked together to establish the Chapman University master's program, the law master's program in prosecutorial science when I was president of the California District Attorneys Association. We have had phenomenal success in that. The prosecutor's master's program at Chapman is the only one of its kind in the entire United States. It's an opportunity for prosecutors, career prosecutors, to get some advanced education and be the very best that they can at their craft. I currently have one person who's already graduated from that program in my office, and I have another that's currently in that program. Now, when John and I were talking, and John said that he was interested in being AG, I immediately offered to support him. I didn't know there were any other candidates on the Republican side at the time. John was the first person to make public his intent to seek the nomination of his party, the Republican Party, as the Attorney General. I later learned that Steve Cooley, the DA of Los Angeles, has expressed an interest. I know there are 8 active district attorneys in the state who have endorsed Mr. Cooley. I have not, and there's some good reasons for that, as far as I'm concerned. In 2006, that was about a year and a half after I was president of the DA's Association, and while I was president, we fought Prop 66, the assault on 3 strikes. We beat that back, and every district attorney in the state, all 58 district attorneys, agreed to a set of principles that we were going to apply in how we looked at 3 strikes cases. About a year later, despite that agreement and despite that premise, Mr. Cooley, without any notice or any questioning of any of his fellow district attorneys, joined with a couple liberal law firms in Los Angeles to mount yet another assault on 3 strikes. In the spring of 2006, I wrote editorials. I wrote a number of newspapers throughout the state, offering an editorial, an op-ed piece that tried to explain why Steve's bill wasn't reform at all. It was absolutely an assault on 3 strikes. I don't think an awful lot has changed. Since then, Mr. Cooley has dropped out of CDAA, has not participated with other DAs, sort of operated on his own. And I think today, I can't speak for other DAs, but I think one of the primary reasons why others, at least what a couple of them have told me, is they're more concerned about Kamala Harris than they are about Steve Cooley. It's not positives about Steve Cooley, it's negatives about Kamala Harris. And I don't have that problem. I've known Kamala for almost as long as I've known Steve Cooley. And I'm not concerned about negatives. I'm concerned about positives. And the most positive thing in this campaign is John Eastman. John brings a wealth of constitutional law knowledge to the table, something that no other candidate brings to the table. Kamala Harris's sister, was one of my primary opponents in the fight against 3 strikes. She was one of the lawyers that led the campaign for Prop 66. So I assume, and I think it's rightful, to expect that Kamala will be soft on 3 strikes. So we know Steve is soft on 3 strikes. 3 strikes has been very successful. There's been over 2 million fewer crimes in California since 1994, directly as a result of 3 strikes. The savings to taxpayers has been phenomenal. There are only 8,000, a little over 8,000 people in prison today under 3 strikes. And last year, the last year that we have statistics, 2008, only 179 people were sentenced under 3 strikes to state prison. And most of those, coincidentally, came from Los Angeles County. So where we are today is I think, a significant choice. Someone who has questioned the will of the people, someone who has, in essence, tried to thwart the will of the people by softening 3 strikes, someone who has been a strong supporter of prosecutors, has helped to educate prosecutors, has helped to ensure that prosecutors the discretion that we have and the discretion that we justly execute on in every case that we prosecute, that discretion is upheld. So we have the choice today, and the clear choice is John Eastman. I'm very, very proud to support John. I hope some of my fellow DAs will join me, and we can ensure that John becomes the next Attorney General of the state of California.
And this is John Eastman now, and I'm delighted to have Dave Paulson's endorsement.